Today marks National Insurance Awareness Day across the country. Okay, so not as exciting as National Donut Day, but hear us out. Financial expert Kelley Keehn joins us this morning to explain why insurance is often a key tool many of us forget about. And Kel, why do so many Canadians put off getting insurance?
Yeah, well, good morning, Carolyn and Morgan. So great to be with you. I know it's not the most exciting topic. And guys, I just came back from Edmonton. It was a week and a half of solid rain. So when I think of insurance, I think of it like that umbrella. We're not, concerned when it's sunny like it is in Toronto here, but man, when there's a storm, you really, really appreciate it, right? So what you want to think about, it's people aren't avoiding it because they don't care. They're avoiding it because they think it's too expensive, because they think it's too complicated. It's just something that they'll look at later. So, the good news is that it's not that complicated, but, you do need to understand it. It does need to be simple. So it's nice that companies are really getting that.
Okay. And something that I feel like a lot of people forget if they do have insurance is to review policies. Why is that so important?
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's all about your stage in life, right? Your insurance should meet you at what's happening in your life. And, if it's something like life insurance or critical illness insurance or pet insurance, it's really important that your financial, plan is evolving as your life changes. Now, we were just talking about pet insurance off air. I'm sorry to hear that your little one had back surgery.
And I didn't have pet insurance, and I had a Frenchie. I should have known better.
Oh my gosh. I have a friend of a friend who has show horses. If something happens to those horses, she has people that'll look after them, but she doesn't have people that financially can look after them. So you don't want to be surprised, if there's an accident or an illness. You want to really keep top of mind and look at your life, like where your life is probably different than it was 5 years ago.
That's true.
What do you think is the most important question Canadians should ask themselves when it comes to insurance?
Yeah. So, the question isn't, do I need insurance? We all need insurance.
Okay.
So the most important question is, if something were to happen to you, there was an unexpected thing that happened, how would your family deal with that financially, right? So that's like the most important thing. Who relies on you? If the income's gone, what bills will be paid? Like, what's your backup plan? How are you managing the unexpected? Now, there's a lot of companies out there, but I really like the BMO Insurance Design for Real Life approach because they really meet you where you're at. And it's about you and your situation. And the folks at BMO have made it really simple and accessible because we've all heard the stories when there's a tragedy. There's the GoFundMe account and people are setting that up for the survivors. GoFundMe is about generosity, but insurance is about preparedness. And I just think that's so important.
Okay, well, I'm going to think about that. That's a great line, but it's so true. I feel like, too, how people are getting insurance is changing as well. Because I think some people think it's like a long, drawn-out process and an appointment, right? But it's not really like that as much anymore.
Well, I think everything has changed, right? We've required it to change. And to your point, it was a lot of paperwork, and it was meetings and appointments, and people just don't want that anymore. So now it's digital, it's accessible. And I mentioned BMO Insurance before because I really do like their approach and how they're making it digital forward. So when you're ready, you've got the education, you've got the tools, you've got the access for when you're ready to take action.
All right, there we go. Some important advice on National Insurance Awareness Day. Thank you, Kelley. All right, when we come back, Molly Johnson is here to talk new music and her all-Canadian cover song collab. That's next.
This portion of the morning show is brought to you by BMO Insurance.